Ladies and gentlemen, welcome again to your favorite channel, Yoleno TV. And today we'd like to have a short analysis on the looming split between CHEBUKATI and RUTO and Gulie. It's brought to our attention that there was a phone call that was made, and this phone call was meant to invoke one of the parties to rectify an affidavit that was already posted, though by law that's not possible. So in a statement in RUTO's affidavit, there is an alleged part whereby it is said that the affidavit that was posted by RUTO is contrary to what was posted by CHEBUKATI. So in RUTO's affidavit, in a certain section C, he says, some of the affected commissioners announced the verified results of some of the 27 constituencies of the National Tallying Center under the full glare of local and international press and media, and in the presence of candidates against accredited observers. So, ladies and gentlemen, you remember the 27 constituencies were the bone of contentions, and that's what prompted the use of opaqueness in the results which were tallied behind the scenes by CHEBUKATI and added to the final results without proper verifications by all the commissioners. You remember, and it's available in the public domain, that those results ought to have been verified as required by the law and then issued to the people through the normal mode that IEBC uses by announcing them in front of the full glare of cameras and the full glare of observers, all the observers that are allowed. So CHEBUKATI, in his response in an affidavit also filed, as said in a certain page number 84, that in a rather surprising turn of events, while proceeding towards the podium, we encountered a crowd which made it difficult to access and settle at the podium. After we sat at the dais, we were surrounded by Honorable James Orengo, Honorable Otiende Amolo, Governor Anyang' Nyong'o, Honorable Ledama Olekina, Honorable Gladys Wanga, Mr. Paul Mwangi, and Mr. Saitabo Kanchori, amongst others. With the prevailing chaos at the podium, after the named persons stormed the podium, Professor Gulie was unable to announce the remaining 27 constituency results, and I was similarly unable to declare the final results. Our security was overrun and we had to scamper for safety. That is a section of CHEBUKATI's affidavit. So you realize that the two sections in the two affidavits are already showing a different picture, in that RUTO says that the results were announced and Azimio One Kenya Alliance agents confirmed the results. CHEBUKATI says that the results were not announced. So at the moment, this is the reason that there is that perceived phone call that was made to CHEBUKATI, and this phone call was meant to woo CHEBUKATI to withdraw that affidavit and repost it with the corrected one that would be in line with what RUTO posted. I tend to think that this was an uncalculated move, and it could be that the lawyers did not read between the lines, and the RUTO lawyers ought to have posted an affidavit that was in line with what CHEBUKATI posted, because at the moment, that distinction already has shown that these are two different statements, and the courts will want to know who is telling the truth. Because if CHEBUKATI and his team are mandated, are the ones who are required to read this results, and they say in the affidavit that they could not read because of the chaos. And you remember the dissenting commissioners also said those two constituencies were not tallied, that CHEBUKATI just came with figures from the blue and decided to have them aggregated in the final tally of the presidential election results. So what that means is that there is already growing concern that this contradiction will actually play in favor of Azimio One Kenya alliance. So ladies and gentlemen, do you think that the two affidavits which are conflicting will play in the favor of Azimio One Kenya alliance? Please post, you can share your comment below the comment section there. And we don't have much to talk because we're not allowed to discuss much about this case now going forward, but I thought it was good to share with you that contradiction. Already there is a contradiction, and it's gotten into the concern of Kenya Kwanza Alliance and the concern of CHEBUKATI and the two other commissioners. So ladies and gentlemen, take a moment and subscribe. If you're a first-time viewer, you give us a like. You can hit the notification bell so that every time we post a video such as this one, you'll always become the first person to get notified. Now, until we meet again, stay safe, stay blessed.